It's Madden NFL 23, and the spotlight is on Justin Herbert. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Raiders and the Saints, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
We are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Caesars Superdome here in New Orleans. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Las Vegas Raiders and the New Orleans Saints. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at our visitors coming into play here, they're squaring off against a very tough unit to throw against.
And this is not one of the better passing offenses in the league to begin with, Brandon. And to illustrate that point, they're down near the bottom of the power ranking, so the focus is going to need to be on possession-type throws. Whether they're trying to use their running backs or tight ends a little bit more, the big thing is to make sure the quarterback gets it out of his hands quickly to his receivers, and they hope to gain an advantage that way.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. They're led out by last season's comeback player of the year. In his third season now, it's Joe Burrow.
His game last week reminded me of the old song, Accentuate the Positive. That's about all he did, right?
Yeah.
3 touchdown passes, over 300 yards in the air. Receivers happy.
And they got the win.
Got the win. If you're a running back that likes to catch passes, they're happy as well. Big-time game.
Right to the air is Burrow. And incomplete to open things up. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive. Here's Burrow. And it's knocked away and incomplete. On 4th down on is Corey Bojorquez to punt. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. So here comes the Raiders offense now onto the field. Leading them out, it's the 3rd-year man out of Oregon, Justin Herbert.
I guess we have to nickname him the thrower, aren't we, or something like that.
After last week?
I mean, man, you're talking about over 400 yards throwing the ball. The running backs and everyone else may be looking at him like, hey, don't forget us. And he'd probably just tell them, listen, you want to get involved?
Go out.
Go out and catch some passes. I'll make sure you touch it.
On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Well, Charles, something we talked about last week, when you start believing whether you're in the midst of a special season or not. Well, now they're at 6-0. Are you still trying to tamp down the expectations in that locker room?
Well, to me, it's less about tamping down expectations and much more about not getting ahead of yourself as a team. And look, they got to play each game individually, right? Many teams talk about being 1-0 at the end of each and every game each week. To me, you got to understand you cannot win the Super Bowl in October.
14 yards is the pickup there at a Raider first.
All right, let's just go ahead and walk through this one pretty easily, right? Blast off the line of scrimmage, get downfield to a certain point, usually around 8 to 10 yards, turn around and make sure the quarterback sees your numbers and set yourself up for the pass.
A well-executed curl route by Charles Davis. On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. A check on the numbers a week ago for Waller. 6 catches, 75 yards.
And he was able to haul that pass in there, but he knows he's got a tough task ahead of him. This unit in the top 5 in the NFL against the pass. He's going to have to really work hard to get open.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Herbert on 3rd down now. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the 1st down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Emmanuel Agba finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage. This defense for the Saints, they were excellent a week ago in the victory over Arizona.
I have to admit, I was extremely impressed by what I saw on tape because they stayed in the face of the quarterback the entire game, ended up getting 4 sacks total, and made it difficult for him to step up and find receivers downfield. Also made it hard for him to escape the pocket and run.
And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line.
It's a gain of 17 yards. 1st down, Raiders.
They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll go again here with Akers. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. For the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. Back to throw here, Herbert. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfrow. And he is going to have the Raiders 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
But give the defensive guys a little bit of credit. They didn't let the deep ball beat them on that play, did they?
No, the drag, that guy can be your safety valve. We saw it right there.
Yeah, and they picked up a 1st down for him, too.
Herbert operating from the red zone. Back to Renfrow again, complete. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. To throw again on 2nd down. Herbert. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Out of the gun, Herbert. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Brandon, watching their tape from last week, I saw plenty of plays like we just saw there, forcing incompletions. It was key in their win last week. They're hoping the same thing happens this time out, too.
Running it with a fullback, Burton. And he has the 1st down before he's tackled at the 5. They'll run here with Akers. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So often you hear that pep talks don't really work in the heat of the battle, but collectively, this defense has to say to each other, we've been on our heels this whole 1st drive. This is where we need to dig in. And they got a nice stop right there for a loss on 1st and goal.
Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. Here's Herbert. This is caught. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. About a half yard from the end zone, 3rd and goal. Akers diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. So that a great sequence for these guys to begin the ball game. They force the punt on one end, then come right down the field and score on the other.
And that's a great example of leaning on each other and building a little momentum that way. How about the defense forcing the punt, turns it over to the offense with confidence, and they take it downfield and score.
Now for the extra point, Daniel Carlson. He hasn't missed an extra point all season, and he won't miss this one either, and it's 7-0. So that about as lengthy a drive as you're ever going to see. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with a touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. This fielded right at the goal line. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. New Orleans Saints, they get ready to set up shop for their second drive. And this game, Charles, much talked about coming in. You think there's a real chance this is a Super Bowl preview?
I do, because as things stand, and I'll give you a little bit of a caveat here, that maybe things will shake out a little bit if someone loses along the way. But here we are right now. These are your two current #1 seeds, and I think they're both good enough to make it to the big game.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Now here's a 6-year man, Austin Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package, and that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
The Raiders call on a nickel set here for 3rd down. Now Burrow. Able to hit his target, Lamb. And he's going to be stopped well short of what he needed as the tackle is made at the 18-yard line. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. And, you know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, you know, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
A 40-yard punt, 5 yards on the return. And the Raiders will take over now, 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He finds his target, Allen. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43.
Well, as a coach, you absolutely love seeing your offense find their rhythm early, and that's exactly what we've seen so far. They had a touchdown on their opening drive, and now they connect here for another nice gain for a 1st down. This offense is moving the ball well, exactly as he drew it up in practice.
So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for 1st and 10. A give up the middle to Akers. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Here's Herbert. For Keenan Allen, that's complete. And the tackle going to be made at the 38. From the gun, Herbert on third down. Open out on the left side, this is Cole. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. He needed 5, he got it barely, as it will officially go down as a gain of 5 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
They've got another first down. The Raider passing game clicking on all cylinders right now.
Some think that teams really won't throw a slant route unless you have a receiver that has a lot of stature to him. But sometimes the little guys, they get lost in there. People can't really locate them, and they run that quick cut on the slant, and oftentimes they can turn it into big plays.
Now a toss running left, Akers. And they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Well, coaches stress their defense being physical. They don't just mean the big guys. How about the guys on the outside, the cornerbacks? It's not just their job to patrol the airspace. They can get involved in the run game as well.
A 2nd and 11 from the 19. Off the option, here's Akers. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Now a timeout here, at least for the moment. Looks like one of the Saints is injured, shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 8th play of the drive forthcoming, and they need 8 yards on third down. Herbert. And he's got it. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times.
And he is in. Touchdown, Raiders. Cam Akers with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Raiders lead this now 13-0 here in the opening quarter of the ball game. So 2 drives, 2 touchdowns here in this first quarter, and he's got both of them.
Well, he's certainly setting himself up for a big game here, and I think if the play caller doesn't get in his own way, they should keep riding him the entire way of this game. Until the defense proves they can stop him, that's what I would call.
Carlson on for the PAT. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. A good drive that time as they go 9 plays in all. And it was Cam Akers who capped it off with the touchdown. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Taking it about the 1. Now to return it, here's Kenyon Drake. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The New Orleans offense set to take over. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now. They started on the ground with Eckler, and he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 58 yards.
It's a pretty mediocre week for him on the ground. Certainly a boon to his offense if he can get a little more output on his touches this week. He should get some more early carries as his team tries to get him into a rhythm.
Eckler going to get it again on 2nd down. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down coming up. Now it's Burrow. Looking right side, and that's complete to Watkins. And he is going to have a Saints first down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6. The Saints sitting at 5-2 on the year. They were winners their last time out, so they'll be looking to make it 2 in a row.
And so much about football, partner, comes down to mindset. Being in the right frame of mind, and the best way to get in that good frame of mind, winning. So they come in feeling good. They've got the home crowd behind them. And I think they're going to be tough to beat in this one.
Burrow's throw here into the hands of the receiver, Judy.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
On second down, Eckler. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. But now he appears to be in some pain. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Burrow will throw. He'll find Lamb. That's complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So here's a 1st and 10 now in Raider territory at the 41. Up the middle with Eckler. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Plays like we just saw there. That's why they're up right now. The defense, they're doing their job.
Yeah, it starts with the guys up front. So when you talk with GMs who are putting together a team, a lot of them say we're going to build from the inside out, because if you control the line of scrimmage, you control the rest of the ball game, and that's what we're seeing here. They're actually playing in the offense's backfield, not necessarily just playing at the line of scrimmage.
The second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Now it's Burrow. On the screen, this is Eckler. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that's going to make it 4th down.
No surprise they decided to throw on 3rd down. A little bit of a surprise that they completed the pass and lost yardage on the play.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. And his kick is good. It just did tuck it into the bottom of that left corner. I don't know if you ever go into a game expecting to attempt a kick of 62 yards. Charles, not only attempt it, but make it one of the longest kicks that we've ever seen.
Yeah, I'm not sure you ever go into a game expecting to kick one of this distance, but all the better kickers, they do dream of it, and they show what they can do in practice and convince their coaches to give them a chance. That one surely paid off.
So here are the Raiders now to take over. Their win streak at 6 coming in and counting, as they've got the lead right now, beginning this drive 1st and 10. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Able to find Waller. That's complete. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
Now a give. Akers running left. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Going right back to Akers. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, here's a run by Akers. Now we get a stoppage because a member of the Raiders shaken up on that one. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 41. On the handoff, it's Akers. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. On the handoff, running left is Akers. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave him 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Gonna throw on 3rd down with Herbert. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And they will stretch the lead now to 17-3. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. And the Raiders have got him. Multiple players combined for their team's 1st sack of the game. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance. A dime look defensively for the Raiders on 3rd down.
Yeah, you're right. 2 extra DBs out there. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the 1st.
And that might be exactly what they needed to wake up this home crowd. They haven't given them much to cheer for so far. And never underestimate the effect the home crowd with you can have on a game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Eckler now between the tackles. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. On 2nd and 9. Burrow. He's got Tunyon complete over the middle. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll try to pick up the 1st with Eckler. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. Now it looks like we've got a Raider here, slow to get up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. And he has got it from 55 yards away. That was never in doubt. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. Maybe a little fortunate there. That was leaking a little, maybe leaking a lot, but he got it.
Yeah, he actually was able to make it work. How about the body language, though, right? As he's watching that ball leak to the right, trying to bring it back in. And had just enough to get it done.
The Raiders offense ready to go. And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And now he got away from that first tackler. No idea, but he did, and it winds up with positive yardage. On 2nd and 7, Herbert, he'll find his tight end. That's Waller. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Raiders on 3rd down. They've been tough to stop. 8 for 10 so far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Raiders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
On 1st down, it's Herbert. That's complete to his tight end, Waller. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one will go as a gain of 11. Raiders having a first down as well.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Meanwhile, Herbert's throw pulled in by Renfro. And they're going to get this up to midfield.
It's a gain of 7. 2nd and 3. At the 50-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Working with a 2nd and 3. From the 50, here's Herbert. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down. Yeah, that one going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Quarterbacks work all the time on manipulating the defense with their eyes and their head movement. In this case, he just stared the receiver down. That allowed for excellent coverage, able to knock that one away.
Wisnowski on to punt as he sends this one away. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now, the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well.
That's a gain of 3. Now 3rd and 5.
Burrow looking to pass. He'll get this out wide to Eckler. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Well, he was a busy man out of the backfield a week ago. They got him the ball early and often. I have no doubt in my mind that he'll be a big part of the game plan here as well.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw pulled in by Lamb. And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Burrow's throw taken in by Watkins here. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a first down.
That's a pretty throw right there. That ball's in the air a long time, but it's right on the money on the right sideline. A really good route. Moving the defenders towards the middle of the field before breaking to the sideline. What a completion there. Big-time arm strength. Very nice route.
To the air again, Burrow. And one more time, that's Watkins. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Throwing again on second down. Burrow looking for Lamb, but it's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Raiders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. And when I looked down, he was kind of shaking his head right after he threw that pass. What did you see?
Well, from a defense's perspective, anytime you have your eyes back towards the quarterback, you're in a position to make a play on the ball, whether it's a big-time play by you or an overthrow by the quarterback. You have a much better opportunity.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with decent starting field position, there may be only a couple completions away from field goal range. Herbert's throw complete here to Waller. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Looking to throw again on second down. Herbert looking again for Waller, and he's got him again. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. The kick by Carlson is good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Raiders out in front. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, good work in that first half. More from you guys in a minute. But first, let's get to some scores right here on the day before Halloween. Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. On now to a check on the next-gen stats for the Raiders in that first half. And they've definitely been able to exploit some holes in that opposing secondary, as they threw for close to 200 yards in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Saints, they weren't quite as successful throwing the ball as their counterparts were, but they still were able to move the ball reasonably well in that first half.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Raiders with the lead already, and they will get the football here as the second half is now underway. Out comes the Raiders offense. They'll go on offense first to start quarter number 3. This offense set to begin the third quarter, and Charles, if they had a checklist of things they wanted to accomplish in the first half, certainly at the top of that list would be having the lead, and they've got that here. That's always the most important box to check, isn't it? But also, they've had some success in their passing game, so probably an empty box, establishing the run. They're on pace for fewer than 100 yards in this one, so now they want to make sure that they get that going so they truly have a control in this ball game, and down the stretch, being able to be balanced, either throw it or run it, and try and win this ball game. They'll run on first down with Akers. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. From the 31, Herbert. Open man, that's Renfro. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
They came out with an aggressive mindset to start the third quarter, and I wouldn't be surprised to see them take more of these type of deep shots as this game moves along. They connected there. They expect to connect on more before this one's over.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. And he'll snag about 5 yards down to the 32. Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. He's got a man open. It's Hunter Renfro. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward. And a good quarterback facing zone coverage. If he has just a little bit of time to survey the scene, that's what's going to happen.
No doubt about it. If there's no pressure, he's going to continue to pick them apart because he'll have all that time to find someone open downfield. You can only cover for so long. So maybe they want to go to a zone blitz scheme, get a little bit more pressure. Remember when Carolina did that against Denver? They lost the game ultimately. They dropped the defensive end out.
And he finds Waller in the end zone for a Raider touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
That drive that really increased their cushion felt very military to me. Very precise, methodical. That's one of the words you've taught me. And they just got it done.
And slowly but surely now starting to pull away a little bit. Things looking good for them here in the third quarter.
Not only pulling away, but you mentioned that slowly but surely. You also drain clock, too, with a drive like that. So you really give yourself an advantage.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. Taken at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Now the attention turns to the Saints offense getting ready for their first possession of the second half. And their halftime hole now even deeper, and they need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
Burrow on play action. He dumps it to Eckler underneath, and he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. They go play action with Burrow. That's caught, and it's Eckler again. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. On the give, this is Eckler. Finding room at midfield. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A big hitter there. A first down gain of 26 yards. Well, that is a running back who was not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
And that, in a nutshell, shows you what this guy's made of. I mean, most guys in the NFL just can't do that. He absorbed the contact, refocused himself, and made a break for the end zone.
And you can see the distance traveled there after the initial contact on the next-gen stats. On first down, Drake. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. Now 2nd and 8 at the 32-yard line. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
As a passer, you're always trying to find that open window to throw the ball downfield. How about this one? Right in the middle of the field, right in the heart of a defense.
Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. 1st and 10 right at the 20. A handoff, it's Eckler, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
I see a shake of the head as he gets up, and you've got to imagine he's thinking, guys, you got to help me out. He's hoping his team can read his thoughts because he definitely needs some assistance.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Once more, here's Eckler. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down. They'll try the field goal now with Graham Gano. This will be a 37-yard attempt. Gano's kick is good, and the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So his 3rd field goal of the ball game brings him a bit closer, but there's no question they need to start turning some of these 3s into 6s.
And 7s and probably even 8s. You know, as a kicker, you just head out when you're called upon, so he's done his job. It's the rest of the offense that needs to get it in gear. They want to close this gap.
And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. The offense running out, and they are charged up, ready to go after reaching the end zone on their last drive.
And normally I'd warn against getting complacent just because they scored the last time out. But I don't think there's any worries with this group right now. This is a hungry group, and they want to keep building off of their last drive. Now they just want the officials to hurry up and place the ball so they can snap it and get back to work.
Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack on 1st down, Herbert, they'll set up the screen here to Akers. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
Caught that one from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's a perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow on the screen. This is Eckler. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. So that'll go as a 4-yard loss on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Well, sometimes despite the best planning, the defense actually has a plan as well, and they blanketed everyone on that play. They were able to close it down and spill him for a loss.
Now Joe Burrow on 3rd and long. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down that they would be looking his way, and they did for big yardage and a 1st down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got him. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Again, it's Burrow. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds.
It's a gain of 3.
Now Burrow. And that nearly intercepted. Boy, for a guy known for his hands defensively, that's a ball he probably thinks he should have come up with. And instead, it's 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. So that, Charles, a season long right there.
And you know who's really excited about that? The special teams coordinator, because he's the one who has to tell the head coach in pregame, this is where we trust him from. This distance, he can hit it. And he repaid that trust by knocking that one right through.
And Abdullah will not try to bring it out. Here's Las Vegas ready to take the field. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they? That was good, tough running right up the middle, and if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
Now it's Herbert. They'll find his tight end. That's Waller.
Herbert's pass complete to Young. A 3-yard gain brings up 2nd and 12.
And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. 2nd and 12, operating from the 39. Herbert. Over the middle, and it's caught. Keenan Allen. Give him a gain of 5 on the completion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Herbert now. Give him another one right back to Allen. And he is going to have the Raiders' 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Going old reliable there to the slot on 3rd down.
And the slot position has become the bane of just about every defense's existence, because how do you cover? Do you go with a bigger guy to try and use size? Got to try to go with a quicker guy, and sometimes you even get out quick there. Very difficult to match up with that slot receiver. That's why they keep going back to him.
And he's had the hot hand. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. A give up the middle to Akers. 61 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down. Flush to his right. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Herbert. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he is going to have the Raiders first down by about 3 yards or so as they wind up getting 7 there on 3rd and 4.
And that's understanding where the markers are, because it's not just running to them. Because on the catch, you can actually be pushed back before the first down. He's getting past it and allowing that opportunity to drift back towards the first down line and still having picked it up. Really well run.
Off the option, here's Akers. And he'll get this to the 22. So they began the play at the 11, and it's a gain of 11. First down. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the 4th quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game. That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
And they're going to stop it right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, here's Herbert. It's complete to Cole. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. 18 yards that time to push him up 1st and goal. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Akers. And now a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Akers again. And he fights his way into the end zone for a Raider touchdown. Cam Akers with touchdown number 3 in the game and 6 on the year. And the Raiders add on to their lead, and it's looking like that win streak is going to extend another week. I've heard you use the term put-away drive, and that right there seemed like the definition of a put-away drive.
Yeah, it certainly just pops right up out of the book, doesn't it? Because up 2 scores already, just wanted to possess the football, keep converting and picking up first downs. And if the drive ends in 3 points, that's terrific. If it ends in a touchdown, fantastic.
Extra point by Carlson, up and good. And the lead opens up now to 22 points. Following the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Carlson. Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The New Orleans offense set to take over. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Here's Burrow. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
On 3rd down, Burrow. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. Open man there is Collins, complete. And he is going to have the Saints first down as they find a way to convert on 4th and 10.
Good for a Saints.
Now left side on the swing pass. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. I don't know how well our microphones are picking it up for those of you at home, but Charles, you and I can hear it. A lot of groans right now coming from this crowd.
I don't know if we're picking up what's happening in the stadium or from the people who are supporting this team at home, because it's coming through loud and clear to you and me. This offense, they've been stuck in neutral much of the game, and on that last play, they actually went in reverse. I think this crowd would have liked neutral, don't you?
Yeah, neutral would have strongly been preferred. They'll take anything positive at this point. From the gun on 3rd down is Burrow. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tavon Young. And the Raiders are going to take possession of the football. Well, offensively, Charles, hard to put a silver lining on this one. No secret that they had to take chances with a score where it is, and it leads to a turnover.
I love how you paint the picture, partner, because you're exactly right about that one. Look at the empty stairs on that sideline. This is one of those games where you just want to go crawl under a rock until it's over.
The Vegas offense ready for their next possession. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. On the give, this is Akers. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard. 2nd down, they'll go with Akers again. 87 yards for him on the ground now, and 3 touchdowns to go along with it. Oh, it's a nickel set here defensively on 3rd and inches.
Still want to be prepared for a pass.
Justin Herbert looking to pass. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. A 4th quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Well, ultimately not really sure that they're going to need those 3 points, but they'll take the 3 and they pad that lead.
Yeah, this one's already wrapped up, but you and I both know if you're an offensive coordinator, you never let up on the gas unless the head coach tells you to do so. And maybe you've actually clicked him off in your headset so you can keep calling plays and trying to add to this lead.
The Saints again ready to go on offense. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33.
At this stage, there's nothing left to do but to keep firing. And if you're a play caller, you may go off your sheet and use some things maybe you hadn't planned to in this game. Maybe that was one of them there that worked.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just out. It's Eckler. And he's down inside the 30 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down by Levante David. A gain of 5 brings up
2nd and 5 now. Burrow. Throw left side complete. That's Watkins. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
That's a gain of 4.
On 3rd and 1, Burrow. And one more time, that's Watkins. And he is going to have a Saints first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. CeeDee Lamb from 19 yards away. And the Saints are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter. Extra point try good by Gano. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the hands offense team for the Raiders able to secure it. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And they'll run the option to start the drive. Give him 4 yards there on the first down keeper. Here's a run with Akers on second down. And good running, going to get this down close to a first at the Saints' 37. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he picks up the first before he's taken down at the 29. So it's Raider football as we get you reset. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. They'll go again here with Akers. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Going to throw on 3rd down with Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Allen. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 17-yard line. A nice pickup of 10 means that this drive will stay on track. So this one a victory for the Las Vegas Raiders. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, let's be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for Las Vegas, their winning ways continue as they get it up to 7-0. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Jacksonville to take on the Jaguars. Meanwhile, for New Orleans, they'll fall to 5-3 with a loss. And they'll be at home for one next week as the Baltimore Ravens come to town.